Hi all, welcome to the course Solid Waste Management. Today we are starting with Module 1 Introduction to Solid Waste Management. The topics today we are going to discuss are types and sources of solid waste generation and characteristics of solid waste. Let us look at the details. What is waste management and why it is so important? We all know waste is a global issue. It concerns everyone. If not properly dealt with, waste poses a threat to the public health and the environment. So, waste management is a basic human need and also be regarded as a basic human right. We can't simply burn all the waste we come across, isn't it? This is because it releases toxins, pollutes the air, and can even contribute to the destruction of ozone layer. Some waste are hazardous and may cause harm to the environment. Here you can see the 3 R's of waste management: reuse, reduce, recycle. This waste hierarchy is the guidance suggested for creating a sustainable life. You might be wondering that how can you incorporate these principles in your daily life? They are not hard to implement. All you need is to bring a small change in your daily lifestyle to reduce waste, so that less amount of it goes to the landfill. That can reduce your carbon footprint. Let us see the functional elements of solid waste management. The first element is waste generation. It includes both the quantities and qualities of waste. The second one is waste handling, separation, storage and processing at source. Waste separation and handling involves activities associated with management until it is placed in storage container for collection. Handling involves the movement of loaded containers to the point of collection. Separation of waste component is an important step in the handling and storage of solid waste at the source. Processing at source involves activities such as household composting and making biopedestrial and all. The third functional element is collection. It includes not only gathering of waste but also their transportation to a point where collection vehicle emptied. The fourth functional element, transfer and transport, involves 2 steps. The first one is transfer of waste from smaller collection vehicles to larger transport equipment. The second one is subsequent transport of waste to disposal site. The fifth functional element is separation, processing and transformation of solid waste. Separation involves separating the reusable and recyclable materials. Processing and transformation involves transformation of waste to other products which can be beneficial in one form or in another form. The last functional element is disposal. This refers to disposal of solid waste by landfilling or land spreading, which is the ultimate source of any waste in contemporary practice. Next, we can see different types of solid waste and their sources. We should know what is a solid waste. It is the unwanted or useless solid materials generated from combined residential, industrial and commercial activities. There are different types of solid waste originating from different sources with varying quantities and characteristics and different methods of handling. Some types of waste are toxic and some are non-biodegradable, so require a special care for its management and disposal. That is why there is a need to classify waste according to their source of origin and quantity of production. Let us see the sources of solid waste. residential, industrial, commercial, construction and demolition, agricultural, biomedical, hazardous, and e-waste. This table shows the main sources of solid waste and the typical waste generators and the types of solid waste. The residential waste includes the solid waste that originates during the household activities such as cleaning, packaging, cooking, and repair. The types of waste material consist of food waste, paper, plastics, metals, ashes, and some special waste, and household hazardous waste. The waste material which is resulting from light and heavy manufacturing, fabrication, from power and chemical plants are included in the industrial waste category. Next source is commercial, and the typical waste generators are stores, restaurants, markets, office building, etc. Types of waste include cardboard, plastics, food waste, glass, metals, then some special waste and hazardous waste. Institutional waste are mainly arising from schools, hospitals, prisons, and some government centers. And the type of waste are same as commercial. Construction and demolition waste mainly generated from new construction site, road repair, demolition of building, etc. And the types of waste include wood, steel, concrete. Municipal waste mainly comes from street cleaning, landscaping, parks, beach, other recreational areas, water and wastewater treatment plants. Agricultural waste mainly generates from crops, orchards, vineyards, dairies, farms, and it consists of spoiled food waste, agricultural waste, hazardous waste like pesticides. The biomedical waste is the waste generated during the diagnosis, treatment, or immunization of human beings or animals. Biomedical waste should be disposed by the following biomedical waste rules, and the types of waste include human anatomical waste, discarded medicine, needle, syringe, and all. E-waste or electronic waste is generated from old, outlived, or discarded electrical and electronic equipment and appliances. And the types of waste include computers, televisions, fax machines, electric lamps, cell phones, audio equipment, refrigerators, etc. Hazardous waste is generated from many sources like industrial, residential, and biomedical. And it includes radioactive materials, toxic waste, pathological waste, and some explosives. Hazardous waste is dangerous and capable of having harmful effect on human health and environment. Waste can be segregated as biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Biodegradable waste is a form of waste originating naturally from plant and animal sources which may be degraded by other microorganisms. Waste which cannot be decomposed or degraded by the biological process is known as non-biodegradable waste. Examples for biodegradable waste include green waste, paper waste, food waste, and some biodegradable plastics. Non-biodegradable waste include chemicals, glass, paints, plastics, rubber, etc. Next is characterization of solid waste. In order to identify the exact characteristics of solid waste, it is necessary that we analyze those using physical and chemical parameters. The important physical characteristics are density, moisture content, size of waste constituents, calorific value, field capacity. Chemical characteristics includes measuring the chemical and biochemical parameters and toxicity analysis. Information and data on the physical characteristics of waste are important for the selection and operation of equipment and for the analysis and design of disposal facilities. Knowledge about the chemical characteristics is essential for the understanding of and the behavior of waste as it moves through the waste management system. Waste is a growing issue linked directly to the way society produces and consumes. The solid waste, when not taken care properly, becomes the reason of spreading diseases, environmental pollution, and occupational hazards. This is all for today's session. Hope you all understood the points we discussed. See you for the next session. Thank you.